In terms of my story, after college, I started a journey as a professional by competing around the world. I thought that if I could handle all the travel and different cultures and course conditions on the DP World Tour, that a few years later, competing in the United States would be easy. So I was fortunate to use my college record to receive a couple of starts on the Challenge Tour, and I won there. Later that same year, I made it through qualifying school for the DP World Tour. On the upside, I learned quickly that the golf courses on DP World Tour were like what I was used to. They didn't build them differently. On the downside though, I came to realize that traveling the world to compete is a crazy lifestyle. I flew long distances to places where I often didn't speak the language and where I had difficulty digesting new types of food. I was always looking at some kind of map, figuring out where I was and where I was going. I was lonely, as other players tended to congregate with compatriots. And at that time, there weren't many Americans on the DP World Tour. When I missed the cut in places like Kazakhstan, I didn't know what to do. I barely had enough money to compete, much less sightsee. So I spent time on the range or in my hotel room. Isolation became tough. And the biggest problem of all, which I never anticipated, was being away from my coaches in the United States for long periods of time and getting into bad performance and swing habits that were hard to reverse. In the end, I competed in 160 tournaments outside the United States in 44 countries. As I look back, I wonder how I did it, but I had a lot of support from family and friends, and I met wonderful people and learned a lot. Now I'm passing along my knowledge to others.